All right, so today I wanted to hop on and talk about weight loss. Why is it so dang hard to lose weight? So, a lot of people assume because I do functional medicine that I don't struggle with my weight. So, I definitely struggle with my weight. So, ever since I was a child, so I was born 10 pounds. And then when I got to about 10 years old, I was morbidly obese. I was about 150 pounds. I remember my mom taking me to the pediatrician. They basically said, like, here's some metformin, you're pre-diabetic, you need to do better. That was basically it. So from that point on, I set out on a journey to figure out, how to lose weight, how to get in shape. So I got into sports, got the weight down into high school, and then when I went to college, stopped playing sports, joined a fraternity, started drinking a lot of beer, started working at Carter's Fried Chicken. So I started eating a lot of fried foods and junk food, drinking beer, and I ballooned to nearly 300 pounds. That's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Um, at that time, I was studying, ironically, exercise science. So during that time, I stopped drinking. I got sober. Just by doing that, I lost about 40 or 50 pounds, got back in the gym, and then got down to about 195, 200 pounds. And then I went to PA school and so forth and so on. But currently, today, I still struggle with my weight because so my primary care actually told me this. Once the human body creates a fat cell, so when I got to almost 300 pounds, my body created all these extra fat cells. I've lost the weight, so the fat leaves the fat cells, but I still have these fat cells, and they're just kind of waiting to get filled up. So he said, you will struggle with your weight the rest of your life. And that's true. I definitely go up and down with my weight. And I think because of the society that we live in. I mean, everywhere you turn, there's highly processed, highly palatable foods that are designed to hijack our brain. A lot of these companies literally hire scientists to develop the foods where they have like the perfect crunch factor, the right amount of sugar and salt combination that will hit the reward centers in your brain, the addiction centers in your brain, increase dopamine, and they keep you coming back for more. So I definitely do better when I stay off of the processed food, when I eat the whole natural food that God made, right? That's what I tell all my patients. If God made it, eat it. So ideally, our diet would be predominantly fruits, vegetables, clean protein, some good healthy fats, all whole natural foods, staying away from the processed foods. So that is 100% the approach, right? Mediterranean style diet has the most evidence behind it for fueling the human body. So a lot of patients come to me with that's their chief complaint is, hey, I can't lose any weight. So my approach with weight loss is comprehensive, right? We're not just going to put you on a GLP or Adipex. We're going to look at the whole entire story because weight loss, obesity is very complex, right? So the process is you come to see me for the first appointment, the discovery session. We get the full story, and then we start building the base. So we start talking about sleep. If you have sleep apnea, you're not sleeping well, that's going to create cortisol, which is going to make it very hard to lose weight. So we got to get sleep under control. We've got to get your stress under control. If you're go, 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 not sleeping well, stressed all the time, cortisol problem also, it's going to be hard to lose weight. Your body's going to tend to hold on to that fat because we were designed to hold on to our fat from an evolutionary standpoint. So we're talking about sleep, diet, stress. Already talked about the diet, Mediterranean style diet, whole natural foods, exercise. A lot of people think you can outwork a bad diet. I tell all my patients this. The formula for weight loss is 80% diet, 20% exercise. You absolutely do not have to kill yourself in the gym. If you're not doing any exercise, I usually recommend you just start simply walking 2 or 3 times a week for 20 or 30 minutes. And then obviously we want to start building those muscles, which are going to strengthen our bones. We also are going to address relationship issues. If you're stressed, dealing with toxic relationships, we've got to address that. So weight loss, we're addressing the baseline stuff, those lifestyle things, and then we're going to go look at the other systems of the body. Are you in perimenopause or menopause and you don't have any of your hormones? We likely will replace those. If you're a male and you have low testosterone, it's going to be hard to lose weight. So we'll likely replace that. We're going to look at your gut, your microbiome. A lot of people who are eating the standard American diet, it really disrupts the gut microbiome. So when I do a stool analysis on people that are overweight or obese, I tend to find a lot of dysbiosis, which simply means the microbiome is out of whack. And a lot of these patients also have a high level of candida, which is fed by all this sugar and carbs. That can also increase cravings. The gut and the brain are inextricably connected. The gut and immune system are also inextricably connected. It's like a triangle: the gut, brain, immune system. They all communicate. So that's why taking a comprehensive approach for anything is foundational, right? So if your immune system is out of whack, you have all this systemic inflammation, that's going to make it hard to lose weight. You're probably going to have lots of cortisol. So there's lots of things that go into weight loss. My approach is everything I just said, the lifestyle stuff, addressing all the different systems of the body. And then if needed, I do like to use the GLPs. This is compounded tirzepatide. My philosophy with this is to do a microdose, do it for 3 to 6 months, so it will help turn off that food noise, the addiction cycle you're stuck in with the processed foods. Get off the processed foods, teach you how to eat these whole natural foods while using low dose of the GLPs. I like tirzepatide. There's also semaglutide. And while we're doing that, you're exercising because you're preserving your muscle and your bones. One of the nasty side effects of these medications is it tends to cause muscle loss. We do not want to lose our muscles. Our muscles are a highly active organ that has a lot to do with the glucose regulation. So we're going to preserve your muscle if we do this. We're going to work on getting off the junk food, eating the whole natural foods, and we're only going to do it for about 3 to 6 months. Another option I use is this MIC B12. It's another injection. It's got methionine, inositol, choline, and B12. All of those things help with weight loss, but it's not a miracle drug. None of these are miracle drugs. They're not going to work unless you do the foundational stuff. Get off the junk food, exercise, get your sleep in order, clean up your gut, get the inflammation down, work on your hormones. That is the key to weight loss and to keeping it off long term. We all have goals in life. I'd love to hear your goal. The reason I want to stay healthy is for my kids, so I can set a good example for them, so I can set a good example for my patients, and just so I'll feel good. So if you have any questions, you're struggling with weight loss, shoot me a message. I'd love to get to know you. I'd love to take this comprehensive approach, go through everything, your whole story, and then give you a systematic approach to weight loss and help you understand how to keep the weight off long term. I've successfully kept off 70 pounds for over 10 years. Like I said, I still struggle. I'll go up and down. And when I do, I know I'm getting addicted to these junk foods. So you just got to simply get back on the horse and keep it rolling. Love y'all.